All right. So the first thing I noticed is Keno Kid's little emoji of something about Malort. I think it says Malort sucks or something like that. So, but anyway, welcome everybody. Malort does suck, but we're going to drink some real whiskey tonight. A lot of good whiskeys, and we're going to tell some stories. So as soon as somebody comes on in, we will get started. So we've got a lot of things to. We've got a big bottle that was sent to us by Bill Coleman. Big package we're going to open right here. We've got a little sample of American Light Whiskey that Alyssa and Marshall sent us from Straight Up Sips. And what, Tina?
I just want to make sure everybody can hear us.
Yeah, they can, I'm sure. and then, but we're going to start the night off by drinking a little. We're going to open Elmer T Lee, which was given to us by Derek and Cindy Stephan. We already opened up the Rock Hill they gave us, and
which was delicious.
Oh, that was really good. And then we still got Elmer T Lee and Elijah Craig 18 that they gave us. We probably need to send them some money for that. And there's Scott. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Howdy, Scott.
And Bill's in the house.
Bill.
We've been talking about him, and we're going to open up a gift from him. And so it's going to be fun. And then we've got my 5 most haunted places that I've visited, and we're going to talk about that as well. So and that'll be fun. I'll show you some clips from some old videos where I was actually at these places. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I think the first thing we need to do, because I don't know if Derek and Cindy's going to come in, but they can watch later if they're not here, is we're going to open up. I can't believe I'm going to open this thing.
I won't wait till a few people come in.
Well, so here it is. We got Elmer T Lee that we're going to open up tonight, guys. Brand new bottle given to us. There's Roger Randall. Hey, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Good to see my Patreon and YouTube members coming in. Appreciate that. There's Straight Up Sips. And we just talked about you guys, Marshall and Alyssa. Y'all are going to.
Hi, guys.
We're going to try this American Light Whiskey from Penelope that they sent us to try. They said they really like that. And we'll try it. There's Paulie Walnuts.
Good evening, Paulie Walnuts.
And that he is right. He's the father of the modern single barrel. Yes, sir. And Elmer T Lee is, a single barrel, 90 proof. I am too, Bill. That's pretty cool. Derek and Cindy, that was really nice of them. They found it on the shelf for $42. And let me tell you, that's a deal.
That's amazing.
Amazing, because number one, it's hardly ever you can find it on the shelf. People allocate it. It's behind the shelf or in a cabinet, and it's $350 to $500. So for them to give that to us was just awesome.
Yes, it was.
And
appreciate it so much.
So I was gonna Marshall and Alyssa, you guys need to, like on Friday nights, if you have some time, go over and get on Keno Kid's channel, because you'll enjoy his channel and he will promote you like nothing. So that's really, really cool. There's Shaky's Reviews.
Hello, Shaky's.
Good to see him coming in. Got to try a not yet released stout that was aged in Pappy 15 barrel. Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what that taste like. How was that? A stout aged in Happy Barrels. That's pretty cool. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yeah, did get to know Keno Kid, but fair warning, he thinks Malort's something you like to drink, that people would enjoy drinking.
And he breaks the whiskey sipping rules.
Yes, he breaks all the whiskey sipping rules.
He's a bourbon outlaw. The bourbon outlaw.
Guys, I've had the pleasure of a few pours of Elmer T Lee, and let me just say it is so good.
Sipping out.
Malort is a good palate cleanser. I don't know, it cleanses everything.
Yeah, it will do that all right, and then some. Y'all are talking about Malort so much, I got to drink my water here.
So let's look at Elmer T Lee. He said Elmer T Lee produced some of the finest bourbons ever bottled. This single barrel bourbon is a tribute to him. So that is awesome. 90 proof. So it's not got a lot of heat. So it's a single barrel sour mash. And let me tell you, I can't wait to try this.
I gotta have that in
And
Frontiersman glass.
So we're gonna have the Frontiersman glass, which if Terry's in here, those will be on the way as soon as we get the t-shirt that I told you about. And here is the Frontiersman glass. If you sign up as a Patreon member, we'll send you one of these. So
and congratulations to Shakey's Reviews. He got engaged.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
And he said, I missed what he said. Oh, my thing. Let me just go. The freaking licious. The freaking licious. Very cool. I bet that was. Okay, did I miss anybody out? Oh, got a bit of news too. Got engaged, and that's what you just read. So that, congratulations. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty darn cool. And so this cork pull is going to Patreon members, Derek and Cindy Stephan, for Elmer T Lee, guys. This stuff is just, and I'm going to score this. And one thing you might have noticed in my description is I've reduced the points of every bottle in the whole list by 5 points, just to give more room for growth. So here we go. Elmer T Lee. Pretty decent.
Pop.
But I look at that bottle. It's got these nice little handles on the sides. This is a really nice bottle. It's just cool. And you can see his image, Elmer's image in there.
Hey, Dave. How are you? Lots Creek Dave.
There's Dave.
And say hello to BB if she's nearby.
Absolutely. You want some of this?
I guess. Bill says I'm old enough to drink now, so
yeah. I better get me just a tad more
this
of this.
With permission from Bill.
So
thank you, BB. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. We haven't forgot you. We're gonna get down there to see you. We talk about it all the time. We got to get down there to see them. It's just like everybody's so busy, and then it costs so much money to do anything. Wipes you out once you take one little trip. But anyway.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. That is so like, I don't know why I'm getting like this little pepperminty thing or something. Maybe it's cinnamon, like a creamy cinnamon. Like a creamy cinnamon roll. There you go. It smells sweet, but a little spicy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It smells a little spicy.
I'm going down. I'm
but
so
a little
excited.
bit of cinnamon, like you said. And almost a little bit of peppermint as well.
Oh, wow. That is so good. And we just popped the cork. We just opened it. It hadn't rested. It hadn't done anything. But it is good. But we'll just swirl it. Give it a good swirl. Mm.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That is so smooth.
That is, yeah. And I don't try to use that word too much, but God, that's smooth. But it's also got a little bit of spice. It's got just this sweet. It's like a sweet cinnamon bun, really, with that caramel, and like the creaminess, so like the cream on the cinnamon bun, and then it's got a nice, not heat finish. It's a warm hug finish, like just like settles in there nice. I don't get any heat up the nose. I guess you would if you sipped it wrong or whatever, but
yeah, no, I get now the second sniff.
Yep, he would drink with. I watched 2 videos of him, and on the first video I ever saw years ago, he said he would always drink it with Elmer T. He would drink his Elmer T Lee with ginger ale, and of course he was a little bit younger. And then I think as time went on, he switched, and people said he drank it with Sprite. So that goes to show you, if one of the greatest distillers ever likes his with some ice and Sprite, or just Sprite and Elmer with his bourbon, any way you like it. So
I was going to say, on the second sniff, I get like that, like you kind of sort of described it, almost like a icing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aroma.
The icing on there, it does. It is so nice.
I'm getting a little bit of candy cake.
Wow.
Cake and candy.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. It is so
good.
It is really good. I just it's gonna be hard for me to score this, but
so good.
The problem with Elmer T Lee is that if you own this bottle, you're gonna want to keep going back to drink out of this bottle. It is so good. So it's not going to challenge you. It's not like a 120 proof that you got to overcome some of the ethanol. It's not going to have as many flavors as some other whiskeys, but it's just a solid bourbon.
I said cake and candy. Keno said, sign me up. But there's rules, Keno. You won't get the cake and candy if you shoot it.
Yeah. All right.
Only sip it.
I'm going to give this a score of 89. So it's an 89. Write that down.
89.
So 89. What were you going to score? What would you score?
I'd score it in the 90s for sure. I'm not the scorer here, but
It is good, but is it I have to think, is it as good as Murray Hill? No. That Murray Hill is just amazing. Which the Murray Hill is 103 proof, like the Blue Run High Rye bourbon. That stuff is amazing. So 89 is good. I mean, 89 is a great score. And what does 89 mean? It's like really good.
Bill said 96, and then he said, "Damn, I missed it again."
It is so good. I just can't even describe how good it is.
Again, thank you to Derek and Cindy.
Yes.
This was an awesome find.
Yes. Guys, it's amazing that they've done so much for us. They're just awesome people and great people. Just fun to hang around. You talking about laid back.
I know.
But
So
now,
much fun.
Derek, you don't get him riled up now. You don't want to get him riled up. But and anyway, so that's really good stuff. Shaky says, anyone finding any awesome deals out there in Florida 2 weeks ago picked up a Blanton's and a EH Taylor small batch for $136. It's between $300 and $300. Yeah, that's good. Wow.
There's Terry Meyer. How are you, sir? And say hello to Sue.
So, Shakies, I haven't gone on a real big hunt lately. We did that distillery. We're going to try something from there. But right now, Tina, we're going to try the bottle that Marshall and Alyssa sent us. And then we're going to open Bill's bottle. So it's awesome. I can't wait to try that. Now, this is American Light Whiskey from Penelope. You know what? I meant to Google this and see if I could find a picture. Show everybody.
Yes, that was so kind of them to send us a sample to try.
Is that the 15-year American Light Whiskey?
Marshall says, woohoo.
Why is this thing doing this? Okay. Here's a picture. I think. Yeah, there we go. And let me share my screen. Talk to the people, honey.
Well, I'm waiting on you.
I know.
Shaky said that he had a pappy and sold for 156 weeks earlier. Needless to say, he will be back.
The pappy sold for 150?
That's what he said.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. So here's the...
That's worth that.
I'm not going to read the tasting notes, but we already heard that Marshall said it's like banana pudding. So I'm just looking for banana pudding now. And man, it gives you a lot of stuff. Nice, bright amber, and is about right for 13 years of aging. Wow. All right, so there's what the bottle looked like. And oh, by the way, the first time we had a Penelope, I think it was a barrel strength. Keno Kid just shot it.
Oh yes, this is your whiskey.
Yeah, this is for Keno Kid, who's probably not here, but this is a picture of Penelope. Is it coming up?
Yeah, it did. Mm-hmm. I'm delayed, so yeah.
It must be really delayed. So, like, is it not on this screen? I wonder. Why is it that it's really slow? Very strange. Very strange. Okay. Oh, because it's on that screen, but I don't know. So. All right. So, did I stop presenting? Okay. So, anyway, sometimes I haven't done technology in about 3 weeks. So we're going to open up this little Penelope
American
Can't really smell it because there's this little stopper on there. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that smells very nice. I'm gonna save some for later. So Penelope American Light Whiskey sent to us by Straight Up Sips, and very cool people. Go watch their videos, and they're up and coming. I think they're over. Are they over 200 subscribers yet?
I believe
I think they are. If they're not, they're right there. Or,
yep. And if you guys in here are not subscribed, please go subscribe. If somebody could drop their link, that would be great.
That is nice. That is nice. Now, I won't be scoring this because I don't own the bottle. That's just a rule that I have. And he said this was 128.4 proof. So,
oh my goodness, you do not get that on the nose. I mean,
no,
usually you get ethanol. I am not getting ethanol.
I'm getting a little bit.
I am getting. At first, it was almost like floral. What?
Penelope was great. Went down fast. It went. He's so funny.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kino.
What did he do?
He dropped their link.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
There you go. Straight Up Sips. I'm trying to get some notes.
The first sniff for me, I got almost like a floral.
Now, I've been working really hard to try to get a banana note, and I finally did just off the note. I held it.
Have I
really held my nose really in there, so that was pretty cool. But almost like a citrus note too. Now that ain't gonna taste good if it's banana and citrus.
No, I'm not getting exactly citrus.
I'm sipping it.
Not sure if I'm getting banana. But I got floral first, not necessarily this time.
Definitely some graham cracker in there. My goodness. I mean, that was, because you got to have graham crackers in the banana pudding.
You mean vanilla wafer?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. But no, it's more like.
You're getting a graham cracker?
I think it's a graham cracker. Maybe it's a banana cream pie.
Oh, with the crust, like a graham cracker crust.
Yes.
I get a hint. I can almost, and it's probably because y'all were talking about it, but there is a hint of
it's creamy,
light fruit, and
that's why to me it's really creamy, but that it's got like
it is creamy.
It's not like a vanilla wafer. It's like a graham cracker to me, like a that crust on that you get on the
creamy banana. Well, you get creamy banana.
I'm just getting banana cream and graham crackers. Also. Let me see what else I got. Man, that's easy. Now, the weird thing about this, and I guess because maybe it's 128 proof, there's a little dryness afterwards. Do you get that?
Yeah, I got it. I got that on the second sip.
Yeah, but that is nice, and it also if it's around 128 proof, man, it is not much heat.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm getting some heat.
He says he's trying it with us and he agrees. Graham cracker. That's what it is. So that's a interesting. I haven't gotten that. Maybe one. I couldn't tell you what other bottle that was, but that was pretty cool. It took me 3 tries to subscribe to Straight Up Sips, but got done. Well, thank you, Bill. They're nice people, and this is the place where you find nice people.
That's right.
So you go to Kino's channel, Straight Up Sips. You got the Gambling Granny and all our friends, straight out of Vegas.
Yep.
And the other me and Michelle, and they're all great people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Man, I'm loving this stuff. This really, other than that little dryness at the end, little tiny, and it's weird because most of the bitterness I usually get is in the back. This is leaving the front of my, not the tip of my tongue, but in the middle of my tongue, a little bit of dry.
Mm-hmm.
But that, I mean, it's not like a deterrent. It makes you want to go back and just drink some more.
I'm still just trying to grasp that it's 128.
I know.
Proof, because for me, that usually sips hot.
Bill's right.
But this doesn't.
128, it's almost moonshine, isn't it? You get lit. And so thanks, Shaky. Subscribe to him. Thanks, guys, for going over and subscribing. But I've seen Keno Kid work wonders on getting people to milestones. He does a nice job with that. Of course, he'll go on for days. He'll stay live. He'll be on live for like 7 or 8 days in a row, begging people to subscribe. Mm-hmm. And that's what he does. He doesn't even work. He just does that. And drinks Malort.
I'm like, who? What?
So anyway, that is a really good pour. The sad thing is now I got to find a bottle.
I know.
And
that's so good.
We're
really good. Thank you guys so much for that.
But gosh, that's 2 bottles. Like if I own that bottle, that's a 90 bottle. If I owned it, something high 80s, low 90s, somewhere in there. That's a really, really, really nice bottle.
Welcome in, Mike Brock.
Mike Brock.
Cheers to you.
And is that a big fish he's got in his hands? That looks pretty daggone cool. Looks like a big striper or something. I can't tell off that little screen. But now, guys, Bill Coleman has struck again. Number one, Tina gets a card a few days ago for her birthday with a nice
gift,
big check in there. Very nice. Yes. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you so much, Bill.
And I was able to go buy some things I really needed with that money, Bill.
You know he didn't, Bill. I did not let him. No, sirree. I had.
She made me get some Starbucks for her this morning and stuff like that. So
that was my pampering from Bill. Thank you, Mr. Cole.
So now we're going to open up this gift. Bill Coleman sent this box to us, and we're going to open it up. And I have no clue. He'll watch my hunting videos or some other videos and hear me say, "Oh, I'd really like to have that bottle," but So he's done it again. He heard me, just like when I said I was looking everywhere for that 14er that he got us.
Had no clue he was going to do that.
And he bought me that 10-cup 14er. We opened that up on a live stream. Just super nice.
Yeah.
Super nice.
It's amazing.
Such a great guy. And anyway, I don't know what I've ever deserved to have Bill in my life, except I'm married to Tina, so that helps. So let's see if I can open this without injuring myself. I got the Matthew Cox and Courtney's knife that they sent us. Bill's, I probably should have been using Bill's buck knife, but I was packing up the car to go camping, and I think it's in the car. So I'm always doing something, packing up something. All right, so we're getting there. What has Bill done? Oh my gosh.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh my gosh, Bill. That is just way too much, Bill. That, guys, he has heard me talk about this.
Just open it. Yeah.
And oops, we're going to break it.
See it.
Wow. Jeez. And you guys have told me, and I said this bottle is definitely on my bucket list.
Hello, Major Zero. Cheers to you. We just tried a little sample from Straight Up Sips, the Penelope American Light Whiskey, and we did Elmer T Lee. And now we are opening yet another gift from Mr. Bill Coleman.
Yeah, the goat.
The goat.
And I don't know if I ever get it out of here.
Walt is currently working on that. Stand by.
Good to see Major Zero coming in. And I love shipping bottles and telling the UPS guy it's expensive balsamic. That's great, Polly. Oh yeah, this balsamic, yeah. Or some nice olive oil. So talking about bourbon hunters, that Major Zero, he is the bourbon hunter extraordinaire. So go check him out. His channel. He does, guys. This is
drum roll.
This is amazing. This is the Gem of Kentucky. Let me put it over here.
2XO, Gem of Kentucky.
Number one, that's a beautiful bottle. Number two, this thing is about $199 or more. We saw it for $179, and that's probably when we were at Benny's. No, not Benny's. It was
Evergreen.
No, it was in Catlettsburg. I think.
Oh, yeah, Party Source.
Yes, Party Source had it for
in
$179.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. And I've heard great stuff about this.
Not Cincinnati.
And the distiller used to work for Kentucky Owl, and so he's like a really major blender. It says 2 times oak by Dixon Dedman. It's even on the bottle. It says his name, Dixon Dedman. If you can read that. One of the finest distillers. This is from barrel 53, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Guys, I'm done. I got Elmer T Lee. Elijah Craig 18 and this Gem of Kentucky. So I'm done. There'll be nothing but travel videos from now on.
Oh my God.
So anyway, gosh, Bill, that's amazing. Let's open this thing up.
Finish my American Light.
Oh, I finished
really
that stuff quick. I drank that like Keno Kid. That was good stuff.
Well, according to Keno Kid, that's how you drink Penelope and any other
whiskey.
Delicious bourbon.
He ain't drinking no bourbon. I got a bottle I was going to try tonight for Keno. She's still here. Was that Fireball rested in oak barrels.
That's right.
So
we bought that only because of him.
Let me read what it says on the back of this thing.
There's Tim Prater. Good evening,
Boy, he
Tim.
is the best, Roger. I mean, he's amazing. I sure appreciate that. There's Tim Prater. Hurley, Virginia. Yep. Cool, Tim.
Good evening.
Keno Kid probably also likes MD 2020.
That's exactly right.
He probably does.
Oh,
I used to back in the day. No.
I thought that's all they made.
So the Gem of Kentucky series is made up of hand-selected single barrels from my proprietary high rye bourbon mash bill, which I rebarrel in new oak barrels with varying char levels. Each single barrel expression is unique and bottled just below barrel proof to meet my standards for the most premium release from 2XO. And that's from Dixon Deadman. I'm really excited to try this. I was very excited to try that Penelope, and I've already tried Elmer T Lee, but
having your own bottle,
have my own bottle, my goodness,
from
it's
great
amazing.
friends made it
Yes.
taste even better.
Not a combo. That's
Not a
right.
combo.
That's right. Not a combo. $15. Of course, today we had some burgers for a late lunch with Tina at Jack Brown's, and oh my God, that is so good.
Yeah.
It was so
just
good.
can't describe it.
And I would have paid $15 for that, but not this. You know, look who else coming in.
Amy.
My beautiful and handsome friends.
Hello.
Look at
beautiful. How are you?
Beautiful
Hope you're doing
and
okay.
handsome friends. She's you and who else? Oh my gosh. Tina, I know you don't usually get anything off the barrel, but
Yeah, I can't.
she can't smell. I always get something off
A little bit.
Oh
but
my
not...
God. Did you hear that nice little glug? Oh my gosh. You got your Deadwood glass.
Yep.
You always get more than I do.
That's your fault.
Oh. We didn't do the cork. We got to do the cork pull again because we forgot to say, Bill Coleman, this cork pull is going out to you. I'm so excited to get into this thing. Here it is. Bill Coleman, we're going to do it again. Yes. Thank you, Bill. The GOAT, Bill Coleman. Thank you. And this is amazing.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm getting the smell.
Man, that's like brown sugar. Little tad of cinnamon.
I was going to say, I'm getting kind of a
little spicy, but more like cooking
kind of
spices, I think.
I'm thinking like a dark
molasses
candy.
Like a prune? I don't know. Oh man, yeah, there is some like really dark fruit in there.
I think
like
so.
Some heavy dark fruit that you get. A lot of times you get that off oaked barrels, double oak barrels. Glug, glug, glug is right, man. This stuff. Gosh.
Hello, Bud Has.
Hey, Bud. Love you too. We're trying 2XO, a gift from Bill Coleman, guys. Bill Coleman is just, I can't tell you how awesome he is. I mean, this is a great bottle. And it not only did, I'm sure it probably cost him more than $200. And then it cost a ton to ship that. So yeah. Bill, that's just amazing.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry for my rant on your previous. I don't remember, but you didn't bother me. I'm going to try it. Wow. Now you talking about those prunes. Boy, that was some heavy. It's either like heavy molasses, but it's almost like that prunes and peaches.
Yeah.
Back there mixed up. It's like on the back palate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the finish, which is a little bit like kind of like you would get like a little tiny bitterness in
Little
there,
bit.
just a little tiny.
But for me, the flavors linger. Like once you've taken your sip, you can still taste the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
They hang on.
Wow.
It's really, really rich. Look at the color.
Oh no, it is dark. It's
And I'm getting a full flavor richness, almost like
a
I'm not going to say tobacco, but you know how like a tobacco blend is?
Yes.
It's like that type of blend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not getting the tobacco flavors.
I didn't say tobacco flavor, but teetering on the edge.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because
it's just that richness,
right? It's from you're getting maybe a little tobacco from the being in the different barrels because it's single barrels. He took a bunch of single barrels, I guess. And Bill says it just shows you what that I'm a fruitcake. Yeah,
that deep,
the best kind of fruitcake I've ever seen.
Rich fruit.
Maybe that's what this is like. Tastes like a fruitcake. It's like sweet. Then I get a lot of oakiness, and then I get that dark fruit that's kind of like a fruit cake. Yes, that's kind of like a fruit cake. I'm glad he said that.
I missed Candy. Hi, Miss Candy. I love you too. Mm-hmm.
Yes. She's awesome.
Man, that is for me
kind of like a whiskey cobbler. Yeah.
I'm just happy to. This is what I would be happy to sit.
Man.
And sip
around friends.
Almost like people, of course, people pair bourbons and whiskeys with certain foods too, but you don't do that as often as you do with wine. But this is something that I could see that you could do that with. And not just with like pairing it with a fruit because it tastes like fruit or a dark, rich fruit, but like a good steak.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
definitely. The grilled char because it's got the char. But this is so unique that like every time I sip, I'm picking up new stuff. It is so full of flavor.
Very full.
This is to me one of the best things I've ever drank. And I'll be honest with you, that American Light Whiskey was one of the best things ever too. But I can't score.
In comparison to the two, as far as flavor, the American Light was light.
Yes, and this is very dark.
And this is very rich.
Very rich. It's like the viscosity is obviously thicker. And you're just picking up so many different things.
It's almost on that sip. It's almost like I got a rich, dark chocolate.
Yeah. I haven't got the chocolate, and I don't want to keep drinking it because we got some other stuff to do.
Well, I'm still enjoying mine.
I know. I'm just gonna get a little pour, and I'm gonna tell you all my first haunted place.
You didn't want to keep drinking it, but you are.
I know.
It's great.
Bill.
Neil Macedo's been a member for 11 months. Happy weekend to you too, Mr. Neil. Welcome.
Neil's an amazing guy. Neil, I love you, buddy. He is a great guy. I enjoy just he'll message me and just talk to me sometimes. He's really, really super cool. And look what Bill has done. Guys, the goat, not only sends me a $300 bottle of whiskey, then he turns around and does this.
I need to do that, Mr. Bill. Thank you very much.
Put this toward your new studio. Bill, he doesn't forget anything.
No, he.
Thank you, Bill, because that's funny you said that because I'm getting ready to go by. So I've been working on that back wall. My buddy Nathan is going to help me wire it. Hopefully sometime here next few weeks. And then I'm going to buy some cedar wood planks for the ceiling and some of the other walls. So that will go a long way. Thank you, Bill.
That's
he
right,
is the goat.
Kino
I
Kid.
mean,
He is the goat.
He is the
Super
goat.
awesome gentleman.
And Neil says he can't stay long. He's going to an American restaurant for lunch. Probably going to get like some mashed potatoes and green beans and meatloaf. Yes, I know you do, Bill. Appreciate you. And so that's so cool.
Thank you.
Bill is a wonderful person. He is.
I'm getting back to my rich, dark, fruity, now chocolate hints. You know how that chocolate is?
I'm not getting chocolate.
Bitter. Not completely chocolate, but the bitter that you get.
Now I smelled like butterscotch on the nose.
The riches that you get from dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate isn't necessarily sweet.
This stuff's amazing. I hadn't even scored it yet, but I'm going to give it a 92. A 92. That stuff is for real.
How about that?
Kino's having Mexican for dinner. Yum. That sounds good. Amy says, I love the smell of cedar. I know. That's one of the reasons I want to. Of course, maybe that might not be good in a whiskey room because when you smell, everything's be smelling like cedar.
You might want to.
I might want to
reconsider
rethink that.
All
right. So I told you I was going to give you the 5 most haunted places I've visited. And we'll talk about some honorable mention. But here's number 5. So let me go.
Story
let me
time.
Present the screen to you while I'm. God, that Jim of Kentucky. That is so
This is
good.
perfect for story time.
Let me click over here to present. Share screen. And then we're going to go. Guys, we're going to go all the way down to New Orleans. And at this place right here, the Jackson House or Andrew Jackson Hotel. So y'all know Andrew Jackson. And I'm just going to play this a little bit because I go in. This is in New Orleans. I'll play a little. a little creepy the whole time. So that was
this room is
it.
really nice. Andrew Jackson Hotel, and it's very antique, just like the ones up in.
And from there, I walked on down to Bourbon Street. So I'm gonna pause that right there.
Amy said she'd be back later. She doesn't want to believe in ghosts. When she closed her eyes, I want to be able to sleep.
Well, I didn't see a ghost. They say that is a very haunted hotel. I mean, nothing really happened to me. I think the vibe that I got was what really, just like I wasn't comfortable all night. And, you know, then New Orleans, it was so quiet on the streets. It was just kind of just creepy all around. It was just not your normal thing. And usually, like if you're in New Orleans, there's so much going on, you don't even, you wouldn't notice anything. But at this time, it was just like there was just something always watching you. You lay down to sleep and it just felt like there's somebody standing over you. And who knows what? Which one, baby?
Keno Kid. Night, Keno.
Good night, buddy.
Thank you for coming in.
Chicken nachos.
Give
there we
Candy
go.
a big kiss and hug from us.
Yeah, definitely.
Love you guys.
So that was my number 5. There's some other places like the Clown Motel, which creeped me out big time, but the hotel wasn't haunted. I think it was just really creepy. What was scary was the cemetery right beside the hotel. And that cemetery, I had lots of stuff going on in there. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But anyway, so that was cool. Now, cool place. It made number 5 because have you ever been somewhere and you just felt like somebody's watching you and you're always kind of turning? Or you feel like, I could just feel like all night long people were in my room or something was in my room or people were watching me or something. It was just a weird feeling.
There's Steve Hickey. Good evening, Steve.
Glad you came in, Steve. Let's hang on. Let me read Bill's comment. It says, Walt, I was parked on the street of old Civil Warehouse, and it was spooky since I could feel the presence of the people from that time. Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
That's what you're feeling. It's like you were just feeling stuff, and that's exactly right. Sometimes you just I will admit there's some people just not in tune with that. They're not going to feel it. They're just not going to. But there are other people, and unfortunately, I'm kind of like one of those people that just feel that stuff. He says he was in Mobile, so yeah, Alabama. That's crazy. Mobile's a cool town.
Lots Creek Dave said he's lived in a couple of houses that gave him that feeling.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to tell stories about haunted houses that I lived in. It's
yes.
Like,
that's creepier than the hotels.
It's like, it's so funny. It's like, you have some doubters. There was one YouTuber that, and I won't say his name because he's a nice guy. I like him, but he was like, oh, so you've seen a Bigfoot and you've seen ghosts. And I'm like, well, yeah. but there's some people that will never, ever feel that, see that, or anything. So he was being like really sarcastic. But anybody that knows me knows I'm not telling you a story. I don't lie about anything. I'm just not going to do it. I don't make up junk. But anyway, that was really, a really kind of creepy, even though nothing grabbed me, I didn't see anything, nothing like that.
Right.
Just one of those things. And this Gemma Kentucky bill is amazing.
I need a little bit more taste.
Well, we're going to go to another thing, so you're going to have to taste something else. We're going to go to the next one.
You won't let me have any more, Bill.
She's done. It's funny. The next one we're going to see is also. All right, so we'll let you have a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Bill, this is
Because
my
we're not going on
bottle.
to the next one.
But I'm only going to give her another sip because it's her birthday. And she just turned 21.
Been waiting a
Seriously.
long time to turn 21.
We've done a lot of live streams, but I would say that this is something that
One of the best.
it's one of the best. We keep going back and back to it. So.
And just on that note, like, it's so hard to compare bourbons sometimes. I mean, you can when they're side by side, but it's like there's so many that can be so different that's why there's so many of them.
That's right.
You know?
They are. I mean, you take the American Light Whiskey and Elmer T Lee, they're all so different. But yet you want to go back like, oh, I want some more Elmer T Lee, or sometimes you'll get a hankering.
And me, I am still learning, as Walt would say he is too. I am still learning to pick up on different flavors and taste the different flavors, and that's why it's so much fun, bourbon hunting and tasting.
And Bill says some people are closed-minded. That's nothing. Nothing hits them. That's right. Nothing's going. I mean, it's just closed-minded. And then he says, "Well, you're such a liar. Since it's for both of you, and shame on you."
You get him, Bill.
That was her last sip. I better not catch you drinking my Gemma Kentucky anymore.
That bottle is dark, so he can't tell if any of it's gone until it's gone.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. That's the sad thing. You won't know that's gone. Like, that's very sad. Because you won't notice that you're down to the bottom before it's too late. Oh, no. Great bottle. That's a beautiful bottle, too.
Yeah.
Straight Up Sips is laughing. So, but anyway, I've been thinking we've got to do a meetup. So, and I want to keep it small, but we get people around just sipping some of my bourbons.
Yeah.
And just checking them out, because I got plenty to go
for
around.
Everybody to taste at the same time and say what you're tasting, what are you getting? And
yeah, and and together.
Yeah, that's
somewhere
what I mean.
to find a location.
That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. And we're going to go to, guys, we're heading from New Orleans, which if you're from New Orleans, there's a lot of people that even live there to say New Orleans, and then somebody say New Orleans, and then some say Nolans. So it just depends on what side of the city that you're in. And I'm not from there, so we probably should say New Orleans. But I'm going to say Nolans. So we're going to Nolans right now. And I'm going to present. We're going to leave Nolans, and we're going to go to Nevada.
Yeah.
We're leaving
Nolans
and going to Nevada.
Yeah.
And so let me present the screen. And I will say this place. This place right here. Now, that's not the place. Let's skip up ahead. There it is right there. Dang it. This town is Eureka, Nevada. Bill's probably been there, but Eureka is very small. And a lot of people say that Eureka is one of the most haunted, creepy places in the world. I was actually talking to somebody in the Mizpah Hotel. Me and Alan from Las Vegas and beyond were talking to this lady, and she lived in Eureka, but they were down at the Mizpah. And she was just saying it is crazy how haunted. You will see shadow figures, just some walking on the tops of roofs or through the town, all kinds of stuff. And so, well, and I didn't know this, but then when I found out, I'm like, I got to go to Eureka. So I went and I stayed at this place called the Jackson House Hotel. And that is it. You'll see it coming up right there on your left. Well, that's the Opera House. And there's the Jackson House Hotel. That's it right there. So, I mean, it's an old house. It burnt down, but it wasn't burnt all the way, and they just fix it right back up. It was supposed to never burn down, so it withstood a lot of fires. It's a very interesting place. I'm trying to get it to go. So there, it's got a little hotel. The saloon and all that wasn't open. And the funny thing is, I was the only person staying in the hotel. COVID, middle of the week. So I get in, and let me see if I'll take you. I go through the town now. I'm going up the stairs, I think. Here.
And man, I would love to be here to have dinner in the tea room. Right here, have dinner in the tea room right here,
room,
or
and then there's
have a drink at the
in there too. So going up, now I'm going up the stairs. Now wait a minute. Let's see. Now, as I go up the stairs,
put one bag down,
camera
came back to get another bag, and the door slammed shut behind me. And I mean, it slammed.
But as soon as I get up the stairs,
so I had set the key down on the counter in the room, so I had to walk.
Or it might not have been that specific incident, but I saw this shadow figure run by. So I actually saw something like at the top of the stairs. I'm like, whoa. And then you can just see the rooms.
Get another
when I
key.
checked in, the guy said, just pick out any room you want. Just go in, the doors are open. And except for that room, which is the diamond room, he said, but you can pick any room you want. Or that? Oh, I'm already checked in. Okay. And this is the one I picked.
Hey guys, I just got to the top of the stairs. I had about 4 steps to go. Something moved across the floor, like my head was.
I did a live stream.
Almost to the floor level, and
watch
something
that
went
live stream. That was a
sweeping by me.
Live stream.
So I don't know what it was.
This place was just.
I'm gonna take some pictures.
Let's see if I. Guys, I'll tell you what. See the room. This is the diamond room at the Jackson House. And fast forward.
With these handles. Wow.
Mm.
You got
So
your
like the old furniture in this place.
love seat. You got another.
So anyway, let's see if I can fast
And
forward.
look at this.
Look at the old tub in there. It's
Antique
really
tub
a
with
cool
these
place.
legs.
It was.
It almost looks like a place for like a movie set. It could be a movie set.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this room was. Look at this. I went into this little parlor, and you got these old And you can see the orbs. Did you see that? Watch the orbs fly by. And the next thing, you'll see an orb just shoot through the screen, like right through here. You see that? It just went by right through there. And I slowed it down. You see one going up, one was here, and one was there. If you can go back and watch.
Pretty cool.
But those were orbs floating through, and that was crazy. Did you see it on the screen? This place, like when I was doing the live streams, something kept just like attacking my gimbal, trying to get energy from the gimbal, and it was like really screwing it up. This place was great. I didn't sleep hardly at all on this trip. It was crazy. It's like, not that I remember. I just feel like it was one of those nights that you're just like wrestling all night long. They said the woman in red, who's not malevolent, will come and visit you during the night. And I know for sure she had to be in that room. But I mean, I shouldn't say for sure, but I just
see her, but
felt like
her.
Something was there. And then you see those orbs, and then I saw the shadow figure. That place was very, very, very scary. So that's in Eureka, Nevada. And so that was crazy. So what are we going to try now?
Y'all are awful quiet.
Everybody's quiet.
Listening.
Hope y'all like that.
Anybody ever stay in either of those hotels so far? Or another hotel that might have creeped you out or had any kind of feeling?
That'd be interesting.
Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. So give Tina another shot.
He did. I'm good. I'm good for now. I'm slow sipping on my rich fruit.
So that was two of them. We got three more. Straight up, sister stayed at a hotel in Charleston. A while ago that gave me a super creepy feeling. Can't remember the name of it though, since it was years ago. Yeah, Charleston.
That's
South, and he's talking about Charleston, South Carolina.
Yes, that's some rich history there.
Yes, there is. Yeah,
I have no doubt.
Now, the next place is another place in Nevada, and it's in Tonopah, and so we got to go back to Derek and Cindy, who they also sent us this, gave us this bottle, which is called the Banker. And it's a Maker's Mark 20 from Idaho called the Banker. And what makes me think of Tonopah with this bottle is that, number one, Derek and Cindy own gas stations there. And Giggle Springs. So if you go into town, if you ever need gas, go to Giggle Springs, because that's Derek and Cindy's place. And then also there's a little casino there called, I think it's called the Bank or the Banker or something like that. I wish they were here. They'd tell us just like that. But it was like a little casino, and they actually got a Chinese restaurant there. And what's weird about it is, let's say you're playing a casino and you put $100 in, and you're playing down. Let's say you get down to 75, and you're just not feeling it, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna cash out. Well, when you cash out, you don't get a piece of paper. You have to call the attendant, and they come right in and pay you the what's ever remaining. So I was like, oh, that's kind of like crazy.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. So, because most people, you go to Vegas, you put $100 in, you get tired of playing, you cash it out at 75 or 80, you get a little ticket. Then you can put it in another machine or keep on playing, but not at the bank or the banker or something like that in Tonopah. I had to look that up.
We didn't go in that one together, did we?
No, we just went into the Mizpah.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about that in just a second. And there's John Shank.
Good evening, John. How are you?
Cheers to everybody. We're going to open this up. This is from Maker's Mark, and it's an Idaho, I guess, Idaho pick, which Idaho is like kind of like Virginia. They have ABC stores. And so this is a stave profile. It has 2 baked American puree, 1 seared French cuvee, 4 Maker's Mark 46, that's French oak staves. And then we have 2 roasted French Mendiants, and then 1 toasted French spice. So they use all these different staves. You know, and what staves are, for those of you that may not know, a stave is like it's a long piece of wood that has a different, it may be like a French oak, it might be whatever, and they have different flavors. And when they finish doing the processing, then they take these staves. So there's 2, 3, 10 staves that they stick into the barrel. And how long do they stay in that barrel? Do you remember?
Like, for as long as they age it, like at least 4 years, or is it?
No, it's just like more? It's just like at the end. It's like maybe it might be. It seems to me they said they may do it for a month, maybe 2 or 3 months, and that kind of gives it the flavor.
That kind of sounds familiar, but I cannot remember exactly.
Good point. We're going to do that next. The Devil's Due whiskey. A lot of those were pretty young, as you could tell. They were very young and very sprite, but
they'll be making their way.
But the foolproof, was it the cast strength, I guess?
Uh-huh.
That was pretty good.
That was good.
And then they've got these bloody butcher corns, which I'm going to try tonight. And let's see.
We did pick that up.
And we picked this up because this is actually very, very good, very tasty.
Yeah.
So good question, Bill. And he's just in time for the maker's pick. And John says 90 days, maybe. Yeah. We went on the distillery tour.
I just can't remember.
And we've gone through there. It's not a very long time. Maybe 90 days might be right. So anyway, let's see.
That means we have to revisit again. So
is Roger
study it again?
Is Roger Randall here? Is he still here? Because I want to do this cork pull to Roger if he's still here. And if he's not here, we'll do it for him anyway.
Yeah.
He was in early, and we appreciate Roger a lot. Oh, there's Oscar.
And there's Oscar. Howdy, sir. How are
Greetings
you?
from Texas. Good to see Oscar coming in.
Good to see you, Oscar, Texas.
And Oscar is like, I've got different levels in my Patreon. Oscar's an associate producer, guys. That's amazing. Appreciate Oscar a lot. And so the next cork pull we do for Oscar.
Yep.
We're going to do this one for Roger Randall. And let's see if we can get that up to well, it's coming. That was lame. That was very lame.
Sorry, Roger.
That doesn't match, Roger. We're going to try it again. See if we can get... These things are tight. We're not going to try it again because I ain't chasing that daggone cork. All right.
I don't know where it went literally.
It's probably under my chair.
Yeah, don't see. Oh, there it is.
All right, Roger, that cork pull is for you. And we're going to try a little Maker's Mark that Derek and Cindy, they bought us this bottle. The one thing I didn't never realize when I started YouTube is how nice and generous people would be to us. I mean, it's been amazing.
Yeah, it's really.
Ooh, so Roger's going to pull a Maker's Mark. This is the Banker. It's a stave profile. If you got like a Virginia or I don't forget which ones. Where does Roger live? I know. Because I've seen him stuff and I can't remember. All right. Oh, nice glug.
He
Which
said he
one?
was going to pull one from the wall.
Roger's got a lot of whiskey. And he just had a trip. He went overseas. I can't remember where. Italy or something.
Remind us, Roger. Where did you go recently?
That thing don't want to go in there, does it?
No. It's crazy.
All right, push it back there.
Oh, this just a quick.
Arkansas.
Just a quick. I mean, y'all probably saw this on some of our videos, but talk about the Maker's Mark. Y'all know. Every
bottle's been dipped.
Yes. We got to watch that process. That's pretty cool.
Check out the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's a Roger's living in Arkansas now. So, okay. Cool. Ooh. That's pretty.
It's got a nice smell.
That's like candy.
It's got a nice smell.
All the Maker's Marks have, because they don't use any rye.
No rye.
So you don't get a lot of spice, except you will get it sometimes from the barrel and from the staves. It's funny, they don't want the rye spice, but then they'll put a stave with spice on it.
Yeah.
And it's got the most beautiful distillery you'll ever see.
Most beautiful grounds.
It is.
Yeah. They have this gorgeous tasting room in one of their rick houses. It's beautiful.
I'm getting a lot of heat off that. You? I don't know
haven't tasted it yet.
Gosh. What is the proof?
Sure.
Sorry, guys.
I'm getting.
I just got like cinnamon candy kind of.
I mean.
Ooh, it's 110 proof. But that American Light Whiskey was 128, and this drinks hotter than that.
Yeah, I agree.
That's some good stuff, Marshall.
I don't know what Penelope did, but they're different. This is spice. I'm getting.
He said he went to Poland. Okay, cool.
A good bit of spice. Heat, spice, compared to the others that we've had tonight. And maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm. And it drinks cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the temperature feels cool.
Yeah.
But then you got that
Good
little bit of heat. Said Maker's Mark store picks are some of the best. Replace the wood finish series big time. Yeah. They are good. I will say as you can see, I don't know if you can see behind me, but I've got a bunch behind this Heaven Hill. There's a bunch of Maker's Mark. Tina and I could have picked one up. I forget, it was in Kansas, and we're like, I'm so.
It was a store, yeah.
Because we knew we'd already got the Idaho store pick, and and I've got the Virginia full flavor.
And we were like, we just got to get through some of our other Maker's Mark bottles before we start recollecting Maker's Mark bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we
just had. a lot of American.
And this is pretty good. I would give this like a.
Oh, shoot.
It's gonna be a 75. Which is a definitely. I mean, it's your daily sipper right there. You can come in and you would enjoy
Easily.
that. Very easy, but it's a little more heat.
Yes,
Then
I was
you
going
might
to say
want,
if
though.
you want a kick of heat, is what I would call it. It's
Ooh,
hotter than any of the other ones we've tried so far tonight.
he's drinking.
For me.
Roger says he's drinking Cherry Summers. That's interesting.
Oh, that sounds
I bet that I have
good.
not seen that. That does sound good.
Tell us about that. What flavors?
Roger says he went through Poland by train on the way to Moscow in 1972.
Wow.
And so nice and tried to feed me. See,
Wow.
this is what I'm saying. We need to get together and just sit down. I want to hear Bill's stories of his travels and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's really cool. Straight Up Sips, have a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for the bottle, guys.
Yes.
So nice of you to do that, to think of us.
We
And
really enjoyed that.
I really appreciate that because when I saw the American Light Whiskey, it was like $459 or $549. It was up there.
Yeah.
And so
We'll be on the hunt for a value.
yeah, yeah. I'm in no rush. And that was really good though.
Yes.
The Marshmallow Delight for Virginia BC was wonderful. We saw that, John. You probably saw us pass that up.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't Lori, Nathan's wife, pick that up?
She might have.
Or did she get the chocolate? I can't remember what she got.
Oh, we've got some kind of chocolate from somewhere, but I don't remember. But we did not get it. I remember seeing it though.
Mm-hmm.
How is that one?
Hey, Polly, thanks for coming in. And guys, we love your comments. If we missed them, we're sorry. I love getting comments. Thanks for Polly. Always makes it interesting. We also love questions. So if you got questions, ask those because questions really help the stream go. And then we got another place that we're going to show you right now on the third most haunted house. No, you didn't.
Hotel.
Haunted hotel. Oscar, we've done we've done 2 haunted hotels. The first one was in New Orleans, the Andrew Jackson Hotel. The second one was the Jackson House Hotel, which wasn't named after Andrew Jackson. It was another Jackson, which that was number 4, and that was a creepy place. It was creepy. I was glad to get home the next day. I did see shadow figures, and if you watch the video, you'll see orbs in the video.
And it probably also was creepy and scary because you were the only guest.
I was the only person in the whole hotel. I think one guy came in late at night, and I heard him because it was so quiet in there. And at first I thought, is that steps of a ghost or something? But anyway. All right. So anyway, then we're going to show you the third. And I'll do this one kind of quick. And that's exploring. Now, I have been to Tonopah, Nevada, several times. I love this place. Something keeps drawing me back. I love the fact that the Mizpah Hotel is a place where Jack Dempsey, the maybe the greatest boxer of all time, Jack Dempsey got his first fight. He was working in Tonopah, and he fought for the first time there. And my dad, Jack Dempsey's actually related to our family He's some kind of cousin, maybe my fourth or fifth or something. But he was, I guess, Dad's second or third or something. And my dad used to go to New York City and visit Jack in his restaurant. He'd go about every year, at least once a year, and they'd sit in a booth, and Jack would tell the stories, and so that was amazing. And my dad showed me one time a picture of him and Jack Dempsey in the booth, and I think his cousin Russell Collier was with him, who is a character in his own right. So I'm kind of drawn to the Mizpah, but it is one scary place. I'll just play a little bit of this that you're looking at right here. You know, one thing about haunted places, it's like they get that energy that's left over in these all the furniture. And there's the floor that I'm on. I was in the third floor.
This is
and
my room.
I go into the motel room. And I'm just showing, this is typical of the rooms.
It is pretty cool.
Everything is like antique.
Look at that wall, how pretty that is.
Bed looks comfy.
Like bed frame, the lamps, the drapes,
chandelier,
everything.
Yeah.
So cool.
And it's like it all holds residual energy.
There's me. I guess this is a closet.
The bathroom's small.
Yeah.
And let's see. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. And let's see what else. That's outside. This gives you a look of the hotel from the outside.
Dave wants to know what.
And there you can see the Mizpah Hotel.
I think this was 2021, I believe. I'm pretty sure there's the Mizpah Hotel, and they got a little casino.
Pretty sure speed limit's 25.
Let's pause it right there. Now, I'm going to back it up just a tad, right there. In that empty, vacant lot right there, Wyatt Earp used to own a bar in this lot right there. So Wyatt Earp was here. Jack Dempsey was here. Now in the right here is the is it right there? Right there. One of these two rooms is the Tonopah Liquor Club. And there's even a picture of Wyatt Earp in the Tonopah Liquor Club, I think. Pretty cool. Which one is it, Tina?
I don't remember.
It has. I did a live stream from there. I've been to Tonopah a lot.
That kind of looks like the other one to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's it right here. Tonopah Liquor Club. So it's this building.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this building right here. Tonopah Liquor Club, my favorite bar in America. Mm-hmm. So, so let me just tell you a little bit of the things that happened at the Tonopah at the Mizpah Hotel. So I've been there several times, and then Alan came with me, and we were standing. Well, let me back up. Before Alan came with me, I'd gone previously. I stayed on the 5th floor. Now, I had no idea what floor the girl was murdered on. She was murdered outside of her room by a jealous lover. Actually, he didn't know. It was like one of those stories where this guy meets with this girl, and he doesn't realize that he's not the only one she's seeing, because she's got to make a living. I'm not saying that's exactly what she did, but there's been some people saying that that's what she did. But then he got jealous because she was seeing other men or another man. Am I missing something, babe?
Yeah, Bill was answering Dave. He said you were there in 1857. That's a good one, Bill. Mm-hmm.
So that would make me 166. No, if I was born in 1857. So, but anyway, so I didn't know that anything I didn't know where the murder of this girl took place, and so I was staying on the 5th floor, and you get off the elevator and you take a right, and there was my room. The murder happened 6 feet away. I didn't know this at the time. But, and here's the other weird thing. When I got on the elevator, the light for floor number 5 was already lit. I was like, what? And so I pushed the button. And it's funny that they got a plaque on the elevator wall that the name of the guy that operated the elevator back in the old days. His name was like Walter Rays.
Oh, that's weird.
You watch my video to get the exact name. I should have watched it and told you his exact name, but it's on the wall.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many other guests were there? If you can remember, was it full? Was it still back when
at that
a whole
time,
lot of people weren't booking? Or
at that time it wasn't full. So no, I think there was other people in the motel, but not there might have been a couple down the hallway the other way. So anyway, when I get off the elevator, I mean, I got dizzy. And I opened the door, and even in the video I said I just had to sit down. I had to sit down and just like I was like really dizzy. And just weird feeling. So I just sat down in one of the videos, and then finally I was able to get up and walk around. Now, one of the places I investigated was there's 2 places in the Mizpah. And so I walked over to the other side of the motel, which is almost like a little older area. And my buddy Teddy, the lion traveler, he's not a lion hunter, but he was called Teddy the Lion Traveler. And Teddy actually worked at the Mizpah. And he ended up leaving the Mizpah. We were there when Alan and I came back. We visited with Teddy. But anyway, Teddy was filming, and he said he looks at the top of the stairs. He's walking down the stairs. He's getting ready to focus his camera up on the stairs. So he looks up and he sees a figure like this Civil War looking guy and like a general standing up there. And you could smell the tobacco smoke. One of the employees that worked there said also you could smell the tobacco smoke sometime of him standing at the top of the stairs smoking the tobacco. So, but when Alan came with me, we both stayed in there, and there was these 3 girls that were actually staying in the room right outside of where the girl was murdered. And they'll probably give me a strike where the girl died. So I hope they don't give me a strike. But anyway, so right where the girl was attacked and passed away. So she, when we walked over to the spot, you would get real woozy. Like there's so much energy there. And Alan was the same way. And the two girls that were staying in that room, they were talking about how like one of them felt like something just touched her hair. It was kind of weird. And so anyway, that the Mizpah is creepy. And even when the girls were there, we caught these orbs in the hallway, just like a bunch of them.
And I haven't gotten to go there and stay with him yet. I've been to Tonopah, once?
Mm-hmm.
For just not even overnight, but
yeah.
Every time we have planned it, well, we've only planned it maybe once or twice. It just didn't work out with our other trips, but
right.
Someday
right.
we're gonna do it.
Yeah, so that was the number 3. It only gets scarier in the next 2.
Y'all ready for this?
So Bill just asked, and I'm glad people are still hanging on. I know they come to see Bourbon, but it's in the title. It's going to be haunted hotels. And those are the 3. So the Andrew Jackson Hotel in New Orleans, the Jackson House Hotel in Eureka, Nevada, and the Mizpah Hotel. And I could tell you more stories about the Mizpah. We ain't got all night because we got to end this in about 24 minutes. So Bill just asked about the distillery, the Devil's Due Distillery. And it's probably perfect timing that I'm talking about the Devil's Due, because I'm going to talk to you next about the Hassayampa in Arizona. This place was off the chain. But we're going to try this Devil's Due, which is a West Virginia distillery. And this is the heirloom series of bloody butcher corn. Still got Paulie's comment up there.
And we were fortunate to kind of last weekend find out about an event at this distillery. It was a bourbon barbecue and cigars festival that was happening like a couple of days over the weekend. And so last minute we decided to head up there. It's about 3.5 hours, about 3 hours from us.
Mm-hmm.
And we connected with PJ, PJ's Entertainment and Slots.
PJ Slots
and Entertainment. Sorry. Oops, sorry, PJ. My bad. PJ's Just Doing Stuff. That's the title I liked.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We just happened to call him up and say, hey, we're headed up that way. Are you busy? Mm-hmm. He happened to have the day off. Wasn't really busy, was looking for something to do. So it worked out perfectly, and he met us there. And we just enjoyed
That was a great day. That was
today.
Great. Really
beautiful weather. The brisket in the barbecue truck. They had a food truck there that was serving brisket. Oh my goodness. It was so good.
That was really good brisket.
They had like a guy, playing music. It was just really fun, relaxed time.
He was playing Midland's Drinking Problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys haven't checked that out, please, when you have a chance, check it out. It was fun.
I love it when you guys share stories or ask questions. And here's Oscar. Oscar says, we stayed at the Bourbon Inn in Louisville, which is supposedly haunted. We were there 2 nights, but didn't notice anything weird. So who knows?
Oh, that's
it
interesting,
happens.
Though.
It happens. It's like so weird. Like sometimes I've gone to the Mizpah, and it might as well have been the Motel 6 because nothing happened.
Yeah, he's been there a lot.
I've been there quite a bit, and
a lot in 1857. That is.
Now we're going to try
According
this.
to Bill.
We're going to try this heirloom Bloody Butcher corn, which is the red corn. That's why they call it the Bloody Butcher corn. And some people say that that's the original corn, and that all the other corns have been like genetically modified somehow.
Over time, yeah.
Yeah. So this stuff was really good. I can't remember what the
And while he's looking that up, I'll
Tina
show you.
told you about the good time we had. That's 100 proof, 50% alcohol.
Also, our little Glencairns that we got. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
And
and
our
look,
tasting.
yeah. Do I have one of those?
You gave me mine.
And
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus it for you.
that's it. Keep up. No, you had it. Here, let me do it. Sit back. Right there. Well, they don't want to stay.
Sorry.
There you go. The Devil's Due. And it's 100 proof. And this is going to go out to Oscar. Oscar, this little tiny bottle. Let's see if we get a good pull.
Ah.
Best one of the night.
I
Very
have
good.
to say so. Here you go.
Yeah, and the and I talked, as you saw in the video. If you haven't watched that video of us going to the Devil's Due Distillery, you need to watch that. And I talked to the distiller. I'm going to go back up and do a live stream with him, and I hope that I can buy a barrel from him, but I'll need more Patreon members to do that, because I want to be able to say, hey, which of my Patreon members and YouTube members would be willing to buy a bottle. So I need to make sure I can sell the bottles. It'll be of a barrel that I pick. Okay. And me and Ken Walker will be there, and Tina. We can all decide which barrel we like and which ones we want to buy. So, that would be, yeah, his name was Ken. That's right. Thanks, Bill. I need all the help I can get. And so Ken was a great guy. And so hopefully we can pick out a barrel, and from there, then we'll bottle it. It'll have Frontiersman pick on it, and you guys
That'd be pretty
can
cool.
then purchase that, and that'll be an awesome thing. So we'll see. That might be a little bit down the road, but not too far, we hope. Now that gets that, you get that little funkiness off that Bloody Butcher corn. Tina, don't smell off the
It's against my rules.
This stuff was really good. I really like this. That's why I bought that bottle.
Yeah, and the cask strength, like we were talking about earlier, was also good.
Bill says he's in. Just let him know. All right. We definitely will, Bill. We definitely will. So let's swirl this up. That's actually pretty dark. Look at the red, the amber color on that thing. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's pretty dark, really, for a younger.
Yeah.
And like you said,
It's about 3 or 4 years, and you can really smell
like red
the earthy corn,
the corn
taste. It's almost like
you can
a scotch in a way.
Yeah, you can smell the corn shuck.
Yeah.
And one of the ones, and it may have been this one that PJ had said, buttery popcorn. Do you get that on this? I can't remember which one he said that on.
Yeah, I don't either. But this is just, this is a very, like, it's 100 proof. Oscar. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar.
That was
Appreciate
very,
that.
very
You
nice.
didn't have to do that.
Appreciate you guys. See, you guys are like amazing.
Awesome.
Just amazing. Appreciate that a lot. And God, that I love the smell of this. It's a little earthy. It's got that little bit of funkiness, almost
Corn
like you
stalk.
get in some of the West cornstalk, which was talking about somebody scary. Cornstalk was a scary. There's this cornstalk motel right beside of the Andrew Jackson house.
What?
And cornstalk was
weird
an Indian that really caused some problems.
John has a good question. John, we'll have to investigate that actually.
I know that you can
sure.
buy a barrel from outside of Virginia and ship it to Virginia via a retailer as a whiskey tuber. But being in Virginia, will the ABC allow that without having you put it in their stores? Great question. And so we got a couple, Derek and Cindy are, in Nevada. They have their liquor license, so we could probably go through their store, so that way I wouldn't have to get my liquor license. So we'll do it. Make sure we do it all legal because we can't just go out and buy a barrel.
We have to research every step
and then
further to do that.
Exactly. So, and we may not, and of course, Ken Walker at the Devil's Due Distiller, he'll tell us what we need to do too.
Rules too.
So,
because he's not going to sell it.
And we could do it through them.
Right.
In West Virginia.
Yep.
So we could do it through them and not have to aggravate Derek and Cindy. Thank you so much, Oscar. That was very nice.
Thank you.
And John says, unless you're using an out-of-state distiller and out-of-state, right, exactly. That's a good point. So what does a barrel cost? That's a good question. Depends on how many bottles you could get. Now, he's talking about they can do half barrels, which you may get about maybe 50 bottles out of that.
That's still pretty good.
So,
like especially for your first
if we could make sure that we sell about, 40 bottles, then we would do okay, probably 35, 40 bottles, and we would do okay. But it's hard to tell. Now, I'm not sure how much that would cost just yet, but I'll keep you informed on that, Bill, as we go forward.
We're in the beginning stages of like research.
Yeah, I would say, John's probably about right. Probably about $2,500. Probably.
Look at there.
And who's that? Straight out of Vegas.
Straight out of Vegas.
Listen to the stream while I edit some TMB pics. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks for Joe. We love Joe. Joe's
Joe
an
from Straight Out of Vegas.
What a super
guy.
We haven't even tasted this.
Y'all
We've
need
been
to
talking
check him out if you have not. He is an awesome creator.
That stuff is so good. Now, this is not your typical bourbon because it's different. It reminds me of a little bit of like the Jephthah Creed Bloody Butcher corn, which I love. And so this is kind of like that. Yeah, for a full barrel, you're talking about usually on a full barrel, you're going to get about
we love you too, Joe.
Probably about if you're doing single barrels, you're probably going to get about 180 to 200 because you're going to get higher proof, and so about 180 to 200. I'm sure some things you might get 250 bottles if you're going to add water to it and cut the proof down. So. Yep, and he's right. John says 150. So yeah, probably about 180 is usually your max, maybe 200. Depends on how much water you add. So anyway, that's all discussion that we'll have, and I'll keep updating my Patreon members on that. So I love that you guys are supporting me. And you told Joe we love you?
Yes, he said,
Love you guys.
Yes.
Okay, we love Joe. We do. He's awesome.
Now
Miss
there's
him.
22, 23 people in here. We've had.
Well, that's good. And we're
Everybody's
drinking
coming in.
Bloody Butcher corn. And John's in. He'll follow.
Terry, you got to
Cool.
meet Joe last night. That's awesome. How about that?
That is awesome.
That is great.
Can't find a better guy. You really can't. I mean, I told him one time I wanted to go with him to see if I could do like have an old fashioned at every place in
It's our next
Fremont
goal
Street.
when we're on Fremont.
That's
Street.
my goal, to do that. Or we could just have a pour of whiskey, but you know, he's a beer drinker. Occasionally he'll have a whiskey, but I want him to do this bourbon thing with me down Fremont. So right now we're deciding whether we're going to go to Myrtle Beach, which we love, or we're going to go to Vegas, which we love. And the reason
Gotta
that's
be one or the other.
The reason that we're even a discussion is because just the gas, the food, and all that,
Just everything.
getting
Yeah.
out of that. Where we can go to the beach pretty cheap. We get there in 5 hours, and we're done.
Yeah. A little less
So.
expensive. So
I know.
these days you have to consider that. I mean, it's harder for us to get out to Vegas than it is for some. So,
And Bill's met everybody except me.
I know.
I feel
Me.
left out. And I
Me
know
too.
Tina. Yeah. He said, let's do it. That would be a blast.
Dude, I love that idea.
Well, if we get there in August, I will give you a heads up that we're coming. We'll pick a day.
Will let you know for sure.
Other than that, we'll be at the beach drinking margaritas.
If you don't hear from us and you see us on the ocean side somewhere, then yeah.
I really like the
That's
Bloody
what
Butcher
happened.
corn. That's good stuff. That's really
Yeah.
good stuff. We got to give it a score.
You definitely can get the corn, earth,
Guys, this
vegetable flavor.
And this is a very young
Yes.
distillery. It's a craft distillery, but it's so much fun, and the people were just wonderful. So I'm giving this score a 76. It's a very unique flavor. I really, really like that. Now, some people may not like it, but to me, I like that. It's got that little bit of earthiness, kind of like muskiness, but then it's sweet.
Yep.
Nice finish.
Definitely has the bitter. Agree with that. Agree with the earthy, not like peaty like Scotch, but earth, like veggie earth.
Yeah.
If anybody understands that
Yeah.
at all.
Oh yeah. Good people.
Yeah. So
guys, Joe's been doing live streams on Friday, and he gets there early, like 6 or 7. What time do you start?
our time, it's like 5 or 6
Yeah.
o'clock. So for him, what is that, Joe? When you can do it, it's like 3 o'clock maybe for you.
And it's just interesting to sit there and watch Fremont Street. That's why everybody, I like the Strip too. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the Strip, but because my legs are not as good as they used to. He says I try to start at 4 p.m. So like 7 our
Gotcha.
time. So
Yeah,
4 p.m.
7
their
our
time.
time.
So it's early, but hey, it's still fun. And so he's been doing that, and he's been growing. And when he makes videos, he's one of the best in the business, guys. I'm telling you the truth. He's just amazing. So
go check him out.
So I'm always kind of like, I got to make this kind of look like Joe's. I got to try and like do something like Joe. Like Joe has that. He's got this style of filming that's kind of almost like voyeuristic, like you're hiding. And I'll do like you're just peeking around a corner or something.
Amazing.
So I don't do that near as good as Joe, but I try to sometimes. I try, and probably because I don't have the equipment he does, but I do my best.
Check him out, guys.
He's really good. If you like,
go subscribe.
Yeah, if you like people that vlog and actually create videos, you'll like Joe. And then he does all his live streams too.
Yep, that's right.
Now, when he's on his drinking binges, he doesn't do all this, not as much cinematography. It's just about the places. You know, Bill is, he says, just be yourself because you're great. Thank you, Bill. That means a lot. That means a lot. And Terry says, Joe has a real artistic eye. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Very well put, Terry.
Mm-hmm. So when somebody produces my life history, we probably want to get Joe on there to do that. Since Alan quit. Alan was really good too. And one of the best in the business. And he's left us. But that's all right.
He focuses on
when he comes back. I mean, what's amazing, he's still growing. His channel's still growing.
That's how you do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Just quit and no.
All right, we got one.
Can't do that.
We got one more place to show or two. Haunted hotels.
Wow.
Oh, we got to do the haunted Hassayampa, but I got to go use the restroom. So talking to him, honey.
Okay. Who's ready for another haunted hotel? I don't know what whiskeys he has left, but I'm obviously going to need another whiskey, because I've emptied all of my other glasses, as you can see. And I have 2 more clean ones. So there's at least that. Oh, he said something about High West. So hang on just a second, guys. So yes. Oh, for the birthday girl. That's right, Scott. That's right, BB. Need another pour. I'm doing well. So I think I can have another 1 or 2. I call them tastings. They're not quite, well, the 2XO was more like almost 2 pours. But the rest of them were like a little less than that, and they were tastings. Everything has been good tonight, so.
All right, we got a couple things. Number 1.
Oh, Oscar said, did you guys open the Elmer T Lee already? We did.
Very first thing.
It was the very first thing we did, and it was amazing.
First thing. And
John said, oh, a birthday pour. I have a birthday.
You've had about 10. So if you saw recently, Tom E bought one of my shirts, and you can get these just go to underneath the description store and you can get one of these t-shirts. They're cool with the Bigfoot. And Tina had to shut the door because it probably sounded like an elephant was, using the restroom, urinating.
I was hoping nobody saw that.
Probably sounded just like an elephant.
What the hell? I was like, wait. I will.
And then the other thing is, now I use StreamYard when I go live. So if any of you YouTubers are watching this, go to StreamYard and there's a link in here and you can get $10 off if you upgrade.
John said, TMI won't. Yeah, I was like wondering if the microphone was picking that up.
Wait a minute, we missed BB said something.
They all want me to have another pour. BB, Scott.
They just hope
Dave.
There's Terry. Go for it, birthday girl.
John.
I'm cutting her off, guys.
It's my birthday.
I'm cutting her off.
It's still my birthday.
We gotta hang with Dave and BB.
Yeah.
It's like we went there that one night, but we got there so late that they were already in their pajamas and house shoes, and it was cold, so they didn't want to come out, and I don't blame them. But
and for us, it wasn't.
We're gonna spend some time with them.
The exact time wasn't
good
planned.
people. And then we were gonna meet Terry, who's also seems like just a great guy, and we were gonna go.
Sue.
And Sue, and we were going to meet with them. But then I was like, dang, if we stop in Peoria, and I was telling Tim, if we stop in Peoria on the way to Deadwood, that makes from Peoria to Deadwood a long drive. And I wanted to get there earlier. So we took the second day, made it a lot longer. And so that made it much better.
Yeah.
So we got... what in the world? Kia-Belle. She been lurking, and then she comes up and does it. Kia.
Say hi, Kia-Belle.
You shouldn't do this.
Oh, thank you so much. You do not have to do that, beautiful lady.
Jeez.
We love you, Kia-Belle.
She sent me a Cash-App. Wow, that thing looks like it's about ready to die, doesn't it?
No, it kind of shades it out. I don't know what it does when you...
For the birthday girl. Yeah, I'll give her like $5 of this, Kia.
Thank you, Kia-Belle. You're awesome.
She says, for the birthday girl, love you both.
We love you.
And then she says, Walt gets $35 and Tina gets $5.
No, I don't think so.
I think that's what it says.
I doubt that. I'm pretty sure she doesn't talk like that.
Kia lurks too much. Get on here and ask some questions.
Yeah, Kia-Belle.
What
Tell
about
us that you're here?
What about a haunted pour?
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Joe.
Lots of people. Hurry up, Walt. Yeah, we need to get down there. Did you guys open the Elmer T Lee? Oh, great birthday.
Bill said it's my birthday, and if you cut me off, he may have to cut you off.
Bill's like keeping me
Oscar said nice.
Guys, it's not fair. The Tina gets 40 and Wally gets 0. Now, that's one thing.
Thank you, Kia.
When I was pretty calm though as a kid. I did get in some fights, but the one thing that I would fight immediately is if somebody called me Wally.
I bet you that happened though.
And I would, oh yeah, they did, but they learned not to.
All right.
Because not that I would, if I would win every fight, it's just that I was going to fight. Nobody wants to fight, really. But
Yeah.
of course I probably won, but other than that, now I couldn't beat a squirrel.
Squirrels are tough.
Yeah, squirrels are tough, and they're fast. I can't. I think the deadwood glass. Let's see.
I already have mine.
Now we're going to go to the haunted. Oh my gosh! Should we open? Oh, we're going to the Hassayampa. So I've got 2 bottles that I haven't opened. This is going to be a tough one. You guys get to vote on this.
Oh, voting time.
So the Hassayampa Hotel, and we got to get off here. I got 2 more hotels to do. We got to do this quick. She'll have to watch the replay. Well, we thank you, sweetie. She is so awesome.
Yes.
Kia-Belle. I'm surprised she gives me money after I almost killed her trying to get her to the hotel. We gave her a ride from the Sahara to the Vidara. And all I know is Kia was laughing the whole
She was
time.
like, no,
She was giggling.
You go right here, Walt. You go right here. What do you mean? As he drives by. Big Ben, kids. Big Ben.
It's like she's so,
yes, she is.
she's
Bill.
so sweet. She just like laughs.
She sure is. Bill.
Like most people are like, Walt, right there.
Kia-Belle, you know from now on that if you get in the vehicle with Walt, it's an adventure.
It's always an
every
adventure.
time.
Yeah, she's lucky I didn't take her to Red Rock Canyon.
My life is full of it.
All right. So, good story. The Hassayampa Inn in Prescott is really haunted. And in Prescott, a lot of people don't realize this. Prescott, Arizona, especially those people that are not from Arizona, and they call it Prescott. But I lived in Arizona, so I learned to say Prescott. Like when I started living out there, they would say, you need to go to Prescott. I'm like, what? Go what? Prescott. You mean Prescott? Yeah, Prescott. So it's Prescott. It is what it is.
Over our way, everybody enunciates the last part of a word.
So in Prescott, there was Doc Holliday was there at the Palace Theater, the Palace Saloon all the time. I did a vlog of this place. It was amazing. I actually got to sit where Doc Holliday sat. That was so cool. And, you know, the Earps were there as well. And the thing that Doc Holliday drank was Old Everhart. Old Overholt. Everhart. See? Old Overholt. Now, I don't know if he drank the bottled and bond. And this is the 114. I don't know if he drank that.
But this is your chance to say whichever one you want us to drink.
But this is what Doc Holliday drank. Old Overholt.
Sweet tea.
So,
hello,
should we try the bottled and bond or the 114? You vote.
Thank you, Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea in there. Don't we love her too? She's amazing.
Oscar said Old Overholt was his gateway whiskey.
114. We got 2 votes. We got
114. Kia-Belle bottled and bond.
All right, so it's 2-1. 114. Oscar broke that. So we got the 114 and the bottled and bond, and we're going to do the 114. But we might do the.
We might have to do a comparison, right?
So that's a cool looking bottle. It's got a screw top. But we're going to open this up. And since Kia's Kia's always getting the screw top bottles. And so Kia-Belle, we're going to unscrew this for you. There's a little pop of the plastic. But there you go. There's no cork. It smells pretty good.
Now, what did you say? Who was this made by? Who is it made by?
I don't know.
What distillery?
Did somebody ask that question?
No, it was just my question.
Bill Coleman just sent $50.
Bill. Thank you again, Bill. Do not have to.
Bill and Kia, you guys
you
are
the most generous person.
wow. And Oscar
Thank
gave us
you
the
so much.
$20.
Yes.
And it says for
Oscar, Kia-Belle, and Bill. What does it say? This is the funny part.
I can't read what it says.
Okay.
He says, Tina gets 50 and I get nothing.
Alrighty.
That's wrong.
Pretty much knew that.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong. See what he says? You get nothing. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. Thanks, Bill. Bill, you've done too much. You and
Yes.
Kia, it's like, look.
You and Kia and
y'all missed it.
Oscar.
When we opened one of the best bottles I've ever had. Seriously.
Oh,
This
Kia-Belle,
stuff
you
is,
missed that. You will have to watch that.
This is amazing.
So good.
really good. The 2XO. That is really.
Oh,
God,
John
I love
said
that.
Old Overholt is Jim Beam.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't have to look up on the bottle.
Bill said, you
So-
forgot.
Probably has
That's
rice in it. It smells like rice. It smells
Yeah,
like
you got that in your
it smells like cooked rice in the steamer. White rice. I'm serious. But they may not have rice in it.
So what is this? The 114, right?
I'm making Tina. Just for that, she's pouring her own damn whiskey now. Since y'all,
Okay, I know how to
get
do
none of
that.
50.
Ooh. It's quite a different smell than what I've been smelling tonight.
Oh wow. So he says the 10-year-old Overholt that came out at the end of last year was I'd like to get that. If I like this, I wonder if this is good.
Yeah. 114.
I love that bottle too. It is a cool bottle
I gotta
for sure.
Swish it around. Swirl it around.
We got to do a cork pull the next for Scott. He's been here waiting.
That's right.
And we could have met Scott too. We were going to stay in Peoria and I was going to call Scott, but we couldn't because it would have been a 13-hour drive the next day. So we had to get on and lift the road.
We still have lots of
And-
people.
God, there's so much.
To be.
Guys, there's not enough time or money.
You guys need to let us know, any of you, if you're coming anywhere out this way, ever.
This
So you can
reminds
tell us.
me a little bit of that Bloody Butcher corn. On the nose, I get a little muskiness.
Mm-mm. Not me.
It's heat on it. That's got that heat.
Heat,
Now, you talking about that 114,
but-
it's coming through.
I get heat. And then it's sweet. You hear?
Yeah, heat and
Heat
sweet.
and sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet.
I am not getting Bloody Birch, that same flavor. Mm-mm.
Well, there's Nathan.
Heat and sweet.
Nathan,
Nathan!
go ahead and make a list. Tell everybody all the damn bottles you bought today. Nathan left this morning, drove to
Thank you, Nathan.
Myrtle Beach area and was going to do a liquor hunt or whiskey bourbon hunt on the way. He probably needs a U-Haul.
He probably had to pick one up on the way.
Sending me pictures, all kinds of stuff. Oh, Sweet Tea said, Tina's looking beautiful per usual.
Well, thank you. You're a sweetheart. Sweet Tea.
My friend, enemy.
Thank you, Sweet Tea. Thank you, Nathan, for the happy birthday shout out. I'm so jealous. If I could have gotten off of work, which I couldn't because of my whatever schedule, my management team. My manager is actually on vacation, so I can't take off the same time she does. And if I could, we would be at the beach with Nathan and Lori right now.
Yeah. And Dave and Beebe said they're going to go to Gatlinburg sometime this summer. So as of right now, July is kind of open for us. So that's what I was going to talk to you. Like in June, we're meeting the Midlife Ride down
Chris
there.
and Catherine.
And but July is, I mean,
yeah.
I don't think we have anything planned in July. So
yeah.
maybe
not right now.
Maybe. So that's what I was thinking. Either come down, Dave, there, or maybe we can meet in Gatlinburg. That'd be cool. We'll figure it out.
Nathan's only picked up 4 bottles so far, and this is day 1.
Only 4 bottles.
Just 4 bottles. He's going to be gone for a week. So if you do 4 bottles a day, you're going to come home with at least 28 bottles.
Look at Kia-Belle. She's going to be back in Gatlinburg next week.
What? Going back so soon? You need to come at the end of June. Yeah, I wish we could too. Next week would be awesome.
I'm going to give this a...
Oh, gosh. Did I write down the other? Yeah.
Old Overholt.
Old Overholt 114.
I'm going to give it a score of...
Oh, nice. I know your dad loves Gatlinburg, doesn't he?
It's not quite as good as chicken cock. It's about right at chicken cock.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 60.
Sweet, though.
I like the sweetness. You know what? This would be a really excellent mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sip it too. I mean, it's good. I'm going to give it a 63.
Yeah, you can sip it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit of bitter that time where my first couple sips was more sweet. This one was more bitter.
Weird. And we're probably talking about a really cheap bottle. What did I pay for these? Like, it was less than well, I'm seeing the 114 is like around $30, but I did not pay $30 for that. It seems like I got both the bonded and the 114 for about $30 or $40.
What'd you say you didn't?
I bought them both together because they were having
okay.
They were having, I forget where I got them, but they had a package deal of the bottled and the 114.
So both of them together was total 30 to 40.
No, the old Overholt online looked like it was going for $30.
Okay.
Sometimes more, up to $40. When I bought this, the bonded and the 114, I think they had a sale going on where you could get both of them for like $40.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Hell, let's do it." So
that's pretty cool.
But I can't. I can't remember where it was at.
I know. That's what I was wondering.
Been to too many stores.
Oscar said he wishes they sold the 114 in Texas.
Bill's giving us 100. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I mean, you're just too much.
You are.
He's just
sweetheart.
Definitely the GOAT. He said, I wish they sold the 114 in Texas. It's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, it's not bad. I got the sweet on the first
it's
sip
sweet.
that I had. And then I got like second, it was completely different. And that's what you'll find, or at least we find sometimes is, which anybody that tests out bourbon, sometimes your first sip is completely different, or your second sip is completely different than your first. So that's definitely the case here.
All right. So with the old Overholt, the whole reason we chose old Overholt was because I'm going to show you this haunted hotel of the Hassayampa. And let me share my screen with you. And this place,
I'll be right back.
There it is in Prescott, Arizona. But if you live in Arizona, you say Prescott, and there it is. And I'm gonna tell you what, I had just bought an EMF detector, and that thing when I walked up to the
dining room
hotel,
really cool.
It was crazy. So they even have one of these old elevators in
I'll
here.
go up to the room and I'll show you the room.
Shoot, where is that? Let's see if I can get there. There we go.
Hi. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this
is cool.
Young lady showed me to this elevator, which was haunted in itself.
That's it right here. Okay. Cool. And you say
So
it's original
cool.
from
1927.
1927.
She was so nice.
That's really cool.
You want to get a little video of that? That's how we
And then
operate
she lets
it.
me off on my floor.
Very neat.
And then there's the door.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And your
And
name?
of course, she was saying
Amber.
this place is
Amber.
haunted.
Thank you, Amber.
Absolutely. It's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
You all set?
I think so. For a minute.
Right here.
That's
there you
awesome.
go, man. You enjoy that, okay?
And this was my room, and I walked in here. There were a couple of places in this place where the hairs stood up on my arm. You could feel
room,
the coldness.
Lots of history in here.
And then I got out
I'm
the
getting a message, so I better answer that.
The EMF detector, and I walked around the motel. So here's the EMF detector.
It's already.
And you can see that thing lighting up like crazy. That's right in my door.
Oh my God. Look at this thing.
But it was worse in the room where I slept. I mean, it was full bars on that thing. There was a presence there which you could feel.
Right, I'm gonna.
Not like it was evil, but it was just you just knew. And that EMF detector verified that there's something there. Now I stepped back, put it in the middle of the bed, just to get away, just to make sure no electronics was messing with it.
And on 2 spots in my house that registered just like one more light. Like it would measure just this light, and then I went to another room and it measured this one. But
And it was lighting up all of those, but now it kind of calmed down.
Look at that. Okay, I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get.
That was crazy. Now, it did that throughout the building. And I would say go watch that video, because when you throughout the whole building, the thing was lighting up, and you could just feel there was something there the whole time. And Bill says he said, I enjoy your videos and your chats. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Hassayampa was last year, I think, June or like August or September.
Thank you, Kia-Belle, for dropping that.
Yeah, that thing had so much energy in it. It was crazy. And Kia's dropped the link because she's awesome. Thank you. Go check out that. I go check out all the haunted videos. And it was just how I slept at all, I don't know. But I slept okay. But it was like somebody was with me the whole night. So I don't know. I slept okay. I guess I was so tired. And
it was my spirit.
Yeah, maybe Tina says it was her spirit. Tina was sending her spirit over to me. All right. And then the last place I'm going to review was, yeah, you do, Joe. I mean, like you're right there at Mizpah. I mean, like I said, sometimes I go to Mizpah and nothing happens. And then other times, like when I was with Alan, we both felt like this weird, like you're out of balance, kind of weird vibe up on the 5th floor.
Like woozy.
The Eureka up there, that place is crazy. I saw shadow figures. It's crazy. Orbs going through. And then this Hassayampa Inn, man, that's a crazy place. That's a good point. He says, I know they're everywhere, so they don't bother you. That's a good point. They're there. There's spirits everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prescott. Yeah, there you go. So go to Prescott.
Prescott.
Of course, when you get there, they may say, what are you talking about? It's Prescott.
Depending on who you talk to.
But anyway, it's a cool video. Go check it out. And go to that Palace bar and have a drink. Now, the weird thing is that Palace bar, it's been on fire a few times and everything. I put the EMF detector on the Palace bar, where Doc Holliday was, and there was the dance hall girls and everything. I walked all over that building, nothing. Get back to the motel, ching, zing, ding. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Sweet Tea says she loves all this scary stuff. But now, the scariest place, if you can get a room, this hotel only has 4 rooms. If you can get a room, then go and stay and be prepared to be woken up. Ask for room number 4. Ask for Doc Holliday's room. So there's Doc Holliday. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen with you on this one. this was the scariest night I ever spent anywhere. And this was at the San Jose Hotel in Tombstone, Arizona. And the funny thing about it, and that's a picture of Doc Holliday that you're looking at. When I went there, I had no clue this place was haunted. I knew that, and I didn't even know it was the oldest lodge in Tombstone. This was the oldest lodge in Tombstone. It was actually, and I didn't know this either, it was actually where Doc Holliday would stay when he was in Tombstone. He would stay in this lodge. What's
Bill
that?
said, "No thanks, Walt. Doc Holliday had TB, and that germ might still be in the room." Never know.
Yeah. So so I checked in my room. It looked cool because it was like an apartment, had a living room area, a little kitchen, and then you go in the back and it had the bed and all that. And well, let me just walk you through that. I think I walked through this. All right, I'm in room number 4 at the San Jose Hotel. It is literally 1 block from the main drag at Tombstone, so it's 1 block away. And this is, it's kind of, I mean, it's very historical looking. I love Oldest everything
boarding
about it. I
house
love the
in
art
Tombstone.
here. The artwork was pretty daggone cool. It does have a little TV and a little table. I want you to see the layout so I can tell you what happened. And let's open up this. Not that it's a pretty sight, but look at this old building. This is my view. That was like you got this old
next
building
door,
out here, and actually people must
that
sit
little
out
fire
here
pit.
and just. Of course, nobody was doing much
got
anywhere,
like a
especially fires in the middle of
wood
the summer. It was hot.
burning pit. It's actually pretty cool.
So cool.
And got this picture of Wyatt Earp. And then here's
more artwork.
I think
got
this
a
is
little
the living room, the couch.
you know, Apache or what.
That's Cochise.
It does have a little refrigerator with a microwave. And then there's some more artwork.
Who is a very mean.
That's pretty neat.
Or ruthless.
You can't smell it, but it smells good. And
there's the bathroom.
There's
Actually,
nice
there's a lot of stuff that they say goes on in the bathroom, like weird noises.
oh,
And
wow.
then
Here's
we
a
go-
great picture of some of the cast from Tombstone. That's pretty
And
cool.
here's the bedroom. No, not yet. Let's see.
Got
Trying to get there's the bedroom.
Fan on, an air conditioner right here. A little mirror.
You can see
right
that
here.
little door.
Little closet. The bed is right here, and it's pretty. Looks like
Like just
queen size
a double bed
I
or
think. And
or might have been a queen. I'm not sure. And then
love
there's the doorway.
the bed coverings. Another picture. That's from some movie.
So, I would say go watch this video. There's Dice, and
Hello, Dice.
hope you're feeling good, brother. And Bill says he's been to Tombstone once, and so anyway, at the San Jose Hotel. So like, I spent the day in Tombstone, did all the touristy stuff, did the ghost tour, come back, went to sleep, and in the middle of the night, I'm awakened by the sound of boot steps going across the floor and what sounded like something scraping like across the floor. So you hear and then, so it's like that. So, man, I turned. Now, I had my gun with me. And I just turned over, and I was ready to grab my gun because I thought somebody was in my room. And when I turned over, and I'm not kidding about this, when I turned over, because I'm laying on my left side, and I turned over to look where that little doorway was, and through the doorway goes this shadow figure. I mean, I could see the head, shoulders, and he just kind of walked through the doorway. And I'm like, what the hell? But being a YouTuber, I got up and I grabbed my phone and I'm trying to take pictures to see if I can get an orb. I don't know why I just didn't pack up and leave, because that scared the crap out of me. So I'm like, dang. I mean, I was not ready for this. Like the Mizpah, I was ready to see something because you heard the stories of the Mizpah and Tonopah about how haunted it was. Well, I didn't know anything about San Jose Hotel. I didn't know that's where Doc Holliday stayed. And I'm not saying that's Doc Holliday that walked through, because he didn't die there. But maybe he still had some energy there. I don't know.
It was his
something,
go-to
but we don't know. So it could be just anybody. So I rolled back over, started going to sleep, and then I hear like these clinking. Is that what?
Yeah.
These clinking sound like clink, 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 like coins, not spurs, but like these coins or something. And at that point I was like, I woke up again, and I'm like, what the hell is this place? And then that's when I Googled San Jose Hotel ghost stories or something. And it came up about Doc Holliday, which I didn't know that was actually his room. And because I thought it's kind of like Disney, because Tombstone's kind of touristy. And I was thinking, oh, it's like the Mickey Mouse room. It's Doc Holliday room. You know, it's like you're just tourists. But that's actually the room he stayed in. And not saying that figure or whatever was. And then, but one thing I forgot, the first thing that woke me up before I heard the boots was the knock on the wall. That's what first woke me up. Like somebody just bam, just hit the side of the wall. And like now, when I Googled it later, it said you would hear loud sounds like the door in the bathroom slamming. But to me, it wasn't like the door slamming. It was like somebody just hit the wall. So I was like, what the hell? Somebody trying to mess with me in here? And that's, after I heard that pound, and then I heard the footsteps, I thought, shit, somebody's in my daggone place. And I turn over and I see that shadow figure. That scared the bejesus out of me. So anyway, yeah, all of it, a lot of residual energy. You're right. So
Sweet Tea said, you like the adventure of it all.
I do, but I kind of like being prepared.
Yeah.
It's like, but that
at least a
like
mindset.
Right? Yeah, like, but a lot of times, when you don't think you're going to see anything, that's when you'll see something, or you'll feel something. That's just it. But
yeah, when you're expecting it,
that place.
Sometimes that means you're too prepared. What?
I'm going to get this back out again. We're going to pop this cork again for Scott Lungwitz. because I want some more. Scott, you're the
that
man.
one was for you. It's a go back to.
I need a clean glass.
I think I have one more.
I think I have one more.
We're
too.
gonna have another take.
And then
I don't think we have ever
we've
done
almost
this
gone
before.
3 hours. No, I don't think there's been a single bottle that we've ever poured that we keep wanting to go back to.
3 times. This is the third taste. I wouldn't call it an entire pour each time, but a tasting in one setting. That's how good
Tina
this
turned,
is.
well, according to Bill, Trisha, she turned 21 and she was allowed to drink today. She looks 21 and I look like I'm 121.
Yeah, thanks, but I don't. But I appreciate you and Bill for insinuating that. 21 was a long time ago.
Yeah, and you know what? You know, Bill, you say that. He said, Walt, Doc Holliday was saying, what the hell are you doing in my room?
Yeah.
Well, you know, we don't know if it's Doc Holliday, but whatever it was checking me out, like saying, yeah, what are you want to see who's in the room? Like, that's why.
Like, what are you doing? And what is that thing in your hand that you're like moving around in the room with? You know, your camera.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. That's how I felt. Like somebody was just checking me out. Like, why are they there? Hey, weren't you born in 1847? Yeah.
Well, you don't look a day over 99.
I don't. I mean, 121. I look 99.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm.
It's pretty good looking. Pretty good looking.
Dice, save your money.
Yeah.
And get you a bottle of this stuff right here.
It is a must have. But a difficult one to probably find and buy.
Yeah, it's expensive. So save
Thanks to Bill
you
Coleman.
have to save your Bill. I appreciate that. Oscar donated some money. Kia-Belle Cash-App. Bill Cash-App. Bill sent us a bottle. We've opened 2 bottles from Derek and Cindy.
Yes.
We've had most of our Patreon members have been here, from Scott to Oscar's been here. Bill, Kia, love them all. And who else? I don't know if Derek and Cindy, but they'll watch later, hopefully.
Yeah.
And sorry this has gone on so long, but we haven't done a 3-hour one in a while.
No, it's been a long time. And we didn't necessarily think it was going to take that long, but getting through those hotels and enjoying our tastings took a little while tonight.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate you. It was the 2XO Gem of Kentucky.
And we saw it at Party Source in what's the
Cincinnati.
Place? Well, it was Kentucky, but
Newport,
Kentucky.
It was $179. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it, and I should have bought it. And then because I didn't buy it, Bill buys it and sends it to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill, because that's amazing. Middle West Spirit.
Straight
okay.
Bourbon. Okay. Middle West Spirit. Let me write that down. Middle.
Yes, we are. We're about in the witch's hour. Getting close, then that like between 12 and 2. So but we're going to end this thing right now. And all I can say, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, we've tried Elmer T Lee, spot on.
Oh.
That's so. I'll probably
awesome.
open every live stream from now on with Elmer T Lee. That's just so
Pretty
like
much. That could be the opener bottle.
it's so good.
Yep. Very good. Very,
So-
very spot on.
All right, guys, we're gonna head on out. Thank y'all for coming in.
Yes.
Please
Please don't forget to
John, thank you.
smash that like button on your way out, if you will.
Yeah, John says he loves
Share
this
us
channel.
out.
We appreciate that. Bill says it's been so much fun tonight, and I wish you both a good. I'm glad y'all
Thanks,
had fun.
Steve.
And thanks,
Thank you,
Steve.
Bill.
Appreciate Steve a lot. I was thinking about him. I hope Steve comes in. There's a lot of bottles here you'd like, and know you would like us to. So Steve, head on over. He's one of those circle of friends that we just want to like have a little sip
Yep.
and just drink some bourbon.
Absolutely.
And that'd be so much fun. People have been talking to me about trying to have a meetup. So we might have to do two. Might have to do one in the east and one in the west, because I've got friends in both places.
Yep.
And I got friends in low places.
Yep. And
But
in the middle of the state.
Tina might not want to meet some of them.
I'm pretty sure
She could handle it.
they're no match.
Oh yeah, they're no mess. So
What do y'all think?
they're just friends in low places. Have a great weekend. Says we will.
Thank
And Bill,
you.
Steve says he will. Good night, everybody.
Hope
Thanks for
y'all
coming
enjoyed.
in. Love you guys. And if you want to consider, please consider becoming a Patreon member, because when we get that membership built up,
Mhm.
That's going to help us purchase
That barrel.
the barrel. And it's because we can have a good commitment of who wants to buy. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Thank
have a
you
good
all.
evening. And always,
Keep it
Squatchy.
squatchy.
good night.
Bye, guys.